Hello and welcome to my tarot channel. So for today's reading, there are 4 piles and it is what obstacles do I need to overcome? So what obstacles do you need to overcome in your life? And there are 4 piles, piles 1, 2, 3, and 4. And you will pick your pile using your intuition. So look at the piles closely. Pile 1, what obstacle do I need to overcome? Pile 2, pile 3, and pile 4. And you can either pick by the pile itself or just by the stone. So take your time to pick a pile. Piles 1 through 4. What obstacles do I need to overcome? And I'm going to start the reading. If you need to, pause the video. We're going to start with pile 1. What obstacles do I need to overcome? Alright, we're going to start with pile number 1. And we have a crystal also. So for pile number 1, you have dreams coming true and imagine. So you're probably definitely a dreamer, or a dreamy type of person, or someone that likes to dream a lot. And for your tarot cards, the 9 of Pentacles, the Moon, illusions, and the 7 of Cups, choices. So for the obstacles that you need to overcome, even though you're a dreamer and a person that likes to dream a lot, you might feel like there are too many choices, but you're stuck in illusion too much. It's good to have an imagination and to imagine things, but you might be the type of person that fantasizes too much. You're someone maybe that just fantasizes too much. Maybe you need to take more action type of thing. So that might be the, and to also focus on gratitude, what you're grateful for. Focus on what you're grateful for now and take more action is what I would say, because you're stuck a bit in the dreaming and illusion state a lot, and you feel like there are too many choices. So take your time, take things one step at a time. Ask yourself what you're grateful for would be a really good thing. What are you grateful for? What are you grateful for now? And take more action. It's okay to imagine, it's okay to fantasize and dream, but you can't do that all the time. You can't be stuck in illusion. You know, you gotta, even though it may seem like there are too many choices, it's not really true. It's just, that is what the illusion is. Just ask yourself, what am I grateful for now? And take more action. You need to be more action oriented is what this seems to be saying. And maybe have a notebook of the things that you are grateful for, and the things you are grateful for now might be a helpful exercise for you. And journaling perhaps, but we can't stay stuck in illusion all the time. We actually need to take action, and the 9 of Pentacles is a good card and a fortuitous card. So it may just be that you may just be too much of a dreamer, someone that stays stuck in illusions too much. And for your crystal, it's just very strange. You just have air. Communication, imagination, independent, witty. And that's funny because it's dreams. You could be a Libra or it could be anyone, but it's just funny to me that it's dreaming. And then for your crystal, you got air. I didn't even know this one existed. I must have forgot or something, but for your crystal, you have air. So remember to breathe. It's okay. It's an illusion that there are too many choices. Just be grateful for what you have now. And don't stay stuck in your dream state too much. It's okay to imagine, but don't stay stuck there too much. Just remember to breathe. It's okay to have an imagination. It's okay to be independent, to be funny, but you need to communicate more. You need to ask yourself what you're grateful for, and you need to take more action. So those seem to be the obstacles that you need to overcome. And as far as the crystal that might be helpful to you, I would just say, remember to breathe. And that would be your... I mean, I like crystal quartz of any kind, but air, just remember to breathe. Everything will be okay. It's an illusion that there are too many choices. Just ask yourself what you're grateful for now and make sure you're taking enough action. That would seem to be the obstacles that you need to overcome. And that is your reading for pile number 1. So we'll move on to pile number 2. And you got strengthening bonds. And happy, happy. It's just upside down, but it doesn't really matter because it's an oracle card. So happy, happy, and strengthening bonds. So you may need to strengthen bonds with other people. And for your tarot cards, you got structure, you got the 10 of Wands, and you got luck, the Ace of Pentacles. So this is a fortuitous reading, I would say, just for your obstacles that you need to work on, being more responsible and strengthening the bonds that you already have with other people. That's what will make you happy. You need to strengthen the bonds that you already have with other people, and that will help you bring in more structure. You need more structure, and by doing that is to strengthen the bonds and be more responsible. Strengthen the bonds with the people that you are already close to. Make sure those bonds are strengthened. That may be your obstacle. You may feel like you're not close enough to people, or maybe you've just been a bit upset in some relationships or something, but it's in order to have structure, you just need to strengthen the bonds with the people that you already know, that you're already happy with. Just make sure that those bonds are strengthened, that there's structure there in those relationships, and that you're being responsible. That's what you need to do. That's what your obstacle is. That's what your obstacles are. Those are the things you need to do. Maybe you don't do that enough or something. For your stone, you got orange calcite. Boosting self-esteem, expressing sexuality, psychological healing, and energetic living. So it's okay to be yourself. For the boost of self-esteem, you might want this card. Make sure that your relationships are still good, that the structure is there, that you're being responsible, the psychological healing, the emotional healing. It's okay to be close with the people that make you happy. You know, you can strengthen those bonds. It's okay to have structure, and it's okay to have, you know, good things in your life, and you're allowed to. So this is a stone that is good to remind you of that. And this is a stone I would get if you're able to. And for the structure in relationships, that's what will make you happy. That's what will bring you luck. To be more responsible, just make sure you're being responsible. You're not crossing boundaries necessarily. You're just strengthening the bonds with the people. That's what you need to do. Strengthen the bonds with the people that make you happy and the people that are already in your life. And just make sure you're being responsible in doing so, and that you are, you know, being responsible, and that you might feel like you lack structure a lot, but some of that structure might come from the people that you are close to. They will help you out and everything, and that's what will bring you luck. So I would say that's what you need to do, pile number 2, to overcome your obstacles. So we will move on to pile number 3 now. So for pile number 3, you got listen, and you got between worlds and listen. So you might seem like someone that's not the best listener. You may need to listen more. You may seem like you're stuck somewhere between places because you're not always taking advice or being the best listener, perhaps. That might be one of your obstacles. You might have a hard time listening to others. You have ambition, harmony, and patience. So you need to be more patient with others. That's one of your obstacles. That's one of the ways you can find harmony, is to be more patient with others. You may be an overly ambitious person, so you have a hard time taking the advice from others. Strong-headed is what's coming to me, so that might be one of your obstacles. Just take the time to listen. Make sure you're taking the time to listen to others. You're not really struck. That's how you can find harmony. It's okay to take advice from others. It's also okay to be ambitious. Just don't be overly so. Make sure you're taking that time and you're not being too impatient. Impatience might be a problem that you have. Make sure you're taking the time to actually listen to others and their advice. And you don't have to take everyone's advice, whatever rings true to you. Onyx, seeing the future, responsibility, stamina, and self-mastery. So that might be something that you're working on. That may be, the obstacle may just be listening, and you need to work more on your self-mastery. It's okay to listen to others. If it doesn't ring true to you what they're saying, that's okay. You just take the time to listen, and then you move on. That way you won't feel stuck between places. You don't have to take every piece of advice. It's okay to be ambitious and to have stamina and everything else. We need that. Make sure you're taking care of yourself and being responsible. Just make sure you're taking that time to listen. Some people aren't the best listeners, maybe because they took advice before in the past that they didn't like, or whatever it was, or they're just like a headstrong type person, so that might be your very obstacle. So I would say in one of the ways to find harmony, one of the obstacles to overcome would be more patient and just try to take that time to listen. You know, don't just jump into everything. It's okay to take time to master yourself no matter what age you are. We all need to do that a lot. So you might be someone that's really intuitive too. So if something someone says doesn't ring true to you, that's okay. It's okay to just listen and then just move on. That doesn't have to stay with you. So that's what I would say for your overcoming obstacles. Try to be a better listener. For pile number 3, try to be more patient. And those are the things that you need to overcome. And if you can get this stone, this is a good stone too to help you with your intuition and everything, and protection and self-mastery and all that kind of things. You might be a bit of an overly ambitious person. People that are like that, even in older age, kind of stay that way. It might be a little bit harder just to listen to others. So this might be a really good grounding stone. This will help ground you. And if you can get this, I would try to get my hands on this. If not, that's okay, of course. This is just for people that like crystals and crystal healing. But I really like that a lot, and it's always a reminder too of the things that we need to do for me and the energy and everything else. And it's just a grounding stone that might be helpful. It might help keep you patient. And that's what I have to say for pile number 3. And try to be a better listener. So you don't have to take every piece of advice, but it's okay to listen to what other people have to say. So that is your obstacle that needs overcome for pile number 3. And now we will move on to pile number 4. So for pile number 4, we got flow, and we got why. So you might ask yourself a lot, why did this happen? Why did that happen? You might be a person that kind of stays stuck somewhere or stuck in the past a bit. You need to just go with the flow more, is what it seems to be saying. We have the Hermit, which has to do with inner wisdom, the Wheel of Fortune, fate, and the 5 of Swords, conflict. So, like I said, you're a wise person. You always reflect. You may bring things up that happened in the past too much. Some things might have just happened because it was just a fate itself. You don't need to go in the past so much, is what I would say for you. It's okay to have wisdom, but you don't need to reflect and bring up things of the past that are going to cause conflict all the time. When something happens, you're supposed to deal with it in the moment type of thing, or try to get over it that way. So if there are things that are still emotionally bothering you and making you ask why, you need to find a way to heal yourself over those things. I mean, I wouldn't bring up everything in the past. If you have wisdom, which it seems that you do, you probably don't do that. But the thing that you need to do is go with the flow more. Not everyone has wisdom, honestly. Some people young have wisdom, some people old have wisdom. You know, not everyone actually has true wisdom. So in order to avoid the conflicts, I would say don't bring up everything in the past. You know, some things just happen for a reason. That's maybe something that's hard for you to deal with. Sometimes things just happen for a reason in our lives, and we need to just get past that the best way we can and just go with the flow more. So that is your obstacle, to go with the flow more. And for your stone, you got lapis lazuli, which has prophetic dreams, releasing anger, serenity, and grace. So if you can, I actually would get this. It helps with the throat chakra a lot too, and with the prophetic dreams and the third eye and everything else. I would try to get this if you could. If not, that's okay. It's a pretty common stone. I really believe in the energy of that and everything else. It might help you get through some of those things. Sometimes we can work through things. We work through things in our dreams, and it's obvious to me that you're also a person that probably, because of your wisdom, you can see ahead. You might have foresight. You see ahead pretty well, and you are wise. It's just don't keep bringing up things that happen, because the why is they just happen for a reason, and it's okay to go with the flow. So that is your obstacle, to go more with the flow. Things sometimes, especially things that happen or things that happened in the past, sometimes it's just fated to be that way. And we have to just emotionally try and deal with that and get over and release our anger over those things. Any like really vivid dreams that you may be having, those are healing most likely, and they will bring you serenity. And if you do see ahead, it's okay to follow that advice too, but try to go to the flow, go with the flow, not against the flow. So for someone that's wise, if you come up against other people that you think are not, it may cause conflict, but it's okay to just be calm and listen, and then, you know, deal with it later, or deal with it in the whatever way you have of your coping skills. There doesn't always have to be a conflict. It's okay to be graceful. It's okay to have grace. It's okay to be calm. It's okay to not always speak in a moment. Like, you don't always have to say something back to somebody like that. And I would say just go with the flow more. And if you do, you don't have to feel, you know, really bad, as long as you're not like having horrible outbursts and everything. But to go with the flow more, to understand that things that may have happened in the past happened because of fate, and sometimes things are just fated to happen. And if you are having really vivid dreams, sometimes those are just messages, personal messages, to help you heal, and to help you move along. So your obstacle is the understanding of why something happened, and just to go with the flow more, because you are a wise person and you do have wisdom. So that is your reading for pile number 4.